Is going to be the only Facebook guide or ad strategy that you'll ever need to run ads again, just because it is so simple once you know actually how it works. And yeah, I hope this video you learned something. I hope you guys use it. And let's get started. Before I show you guys the Facebook strategy, you have to understand how Facebook works, right? So in the old days, what the old strategy was doing targeting, right? Which is just targeting audiences. You would put in their interests, and let's see. This is very hard to write, by the way. I'm using a trackpad. But look, target. Okay, people in the old days, they used to do audience targeting, and so they would put in the interest of the targeting. Like if you're targeting dog owners, you'll put their you put dog owners, you'll put husky lovers or something, and try to target that audience. Now, and people would do ABOs, do all these advanced ad strategies, and when they try it nowadays, their performance is bad. Why is that? Now, because we're not in 2017 anymore, we're in 2024, and the 2024 Facebook's AI is so advanced. And what I mean by that, it's more advanced than TikTok, it's more advanced than Snapchat. It is the most advanced ad platform out there, right? And the reason why is because it has millions of billions, maybe even trillions of data points, right? So Facebook knows what you're going to eat next. It's going to know exactly what you're going to buy next. And the reason why is the algorithm has data points from you, has data points from your friends, it knows what you buy, it knows what you eat, it knows who you text, and it knows everything, almost everything. It knows everything about you, okay? And also the AI targeting system knows what you're going to buy next by looking at the patterns that you and your friends are doing, what geographic locations you're going to, maybe what store you have stopped by the most. It has all these data points to understand what you're going to get next. Now it goes into my next point. That's why CBO is the best nowadays, right? You want to do broad targeting, everything broad. You simply want to let Facebook, the machine, do its job. Because in under $5 to spend with an AB or CBO campaign, it will figure out the exact type of target audience that you need to hit for you to sell that product. Which is why I love Facebook so much, right? It almost takes all the work in creating in advertising the ads, all this ad strategy, and it lets you do all the work on your actual creatives. Now, why is CBO the best? Like I said, the AI, it uses the AI algorithm that Facebook has spent years perfecting. Now, on how Facebook runs its ads, you might see some ads that get all the spend, right? So for example, ad 1. Let's make this real quick. Ad 1, we have ad 2. Let's put the ad 3. And let's say ad 4. Now, ad 1 is getting all the spend. Let's say it's getting $100. Ad 2, let's say it's getting like, I don't know, it's like $5 or something. Or let's do 50. Right? Ad 3, let's say it's getting even lower. It's getting like 20 now. And ad 4 is let's say it either gets like $5 to maybe, $5 to let's say $2. Now, why is that? Now you see all these ads, and what Facebook runs, it runs as a funnel. Okay, so ad 1, this is clearly top of funnel that Facebook is using. So top of funnel is getting your cold audience, and it's putting it down the actual funnel of the ads. So let's say this is top of funnel. So this is what it's acting to pull in all your cold fishies. Okay, now it goes down, it goes to ad 2, which then goes into middle of funnel. Okay. And this is like $50 spend. It's getting a bit lower. The CPA is a little bit lower too. It's looking a little bit better. And now you have, let's say, middle of funnel, which is let's say $20. Or this is bottom of funnel. Sorry. Bottom of funnel. This is 20. Maybe ad 4. This might also act as also another bottom of funnel, right? Right. This is how it's gonna usually look sometimes. It might not all the time, but most of the time, this is usually how it's gonna look for you. Now, what should you do here? Should you cut this ad 1 that's spending $100? No. If you cut this, it's going to raise this price, this ad to $50. It's going to raise this, right? It's going to make this maybe go up to 80, and then maybe make this go back up to 50, and make this $5 to $2 all the way to $40. Why? Okay. Now, this is where it's reeling in the audience, the cold fishies, right? And it's going down the funnel. And the middle funnel is kind of, it's informing them more about your product. They're kind of seeing a gist of the type of brand you are. They're, they're learning about it. I don't know. Also, we have to go into marketing if your product is like, it's market aware, your market knows about your product, is problem aware, but etc. It brings it down the funnel, right? And then it goes to bottom of the funnel. Usually the reason why the bottom of the funnel is the cheapest is because your audience is already informed of your product. They know exactly who you are, and only thing they need to convert is a little push, a discount code. Maybe they need another benefit. Maybe they just need to be a little bit more convincing, right? So that's what your bottom of the funnel will do. Usually this is how your ads are structured, and so the bottom of the funnel will have the lowest amount of spend, right? That's a little gist of Facebook. Now, how can we get the top of funnel ad, right? How can we get this lower? Now, the way we can get this lower is by simply testing more ads to be another top of funnel ad for this. Now, because we can't exactly remove this top of funnel ad, but we can replace it with a better one to, have a lower CPA or a higher ROAS. Okay? And once, that's why you keep optimizing. Keep optimizing the funnel. You try to get a better top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel. And how do you know which one is top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom funnel? It's a metric on Facebook that's called frequency. But frequency, it's like, I think it's like 1 to 15 is top of funnel, I believe. And then 15 to 25 is middle funnel, and 25 to like 35 is bottom of funnel, right? And so it usually tells you, with that number, it tells you what type of ad it is and what you can improve on it. Okay. Now, this is just a little background knowledge before we get into the strategy. I hope this makes sense. I hope it didn't overcomplicate it too much. And let's get into Facebook. Okay. Now we're in my Facebook campaign, right? We're in the manager. And so how do I set up, or how is this ad strategy going to work? Well, this is exactly what I do. Very simple. I go into create. I want to go into sales campaign. Press continue. Now, don't do Advantage Plus, because nowadays, if you go Advantage Plus, you're actually spending it's more expensive than just doing a broad CBO regularly, which is what I found out, right? This is what worked for me in a lot of my tests. And this is where I've gotten really good metrics. This is probably the only strategy you would ever need to test ads, okay? And so we go into the manual sales campaign. This is exactly how we started. My campaign name, you can have it whatever you want. A category, you don't need to put category. Campaign objective, sales. Spending limit, none. Advantage campaign budget. And this is what I test with. I test with $50 a day. Okay. I test with 50 a day, and I let it run for at least 3 to 4 days. Also, you could have it at $100 a day, and you can test it for 2 days. The reason why I went lower is so I can test it longer, just in case I have more inconsistent days with my tests. Because when you're testing with a low budget, under $1,000 a day, you're going to have very inconsistent days. And you're either going to be losing money on those inconsistent days, you might break even, you might even still be profitable on those inconsistent days. But as a test, I personally like it at 50 a day, just because if I know it is an inconsistent day, I'm only losing $50. And yeah, so anyways, we go in here. That's basically it. That's all we need. Now we go to the ad set level. Now, performance goals, maximum number of conversions, keep it like this, put it as website, data set. This is, I guess they switched it with the pixel now. So data set's the pixel for Facebook. Press create new data set, put your pixel in, conversion event. Now, what you're gonna do is going to do purchase, right? Because why do we want to make an ad so they can buy our product? And then, now, I've seen people put on DCT. I'm not going to personally put on DCT just because I don't like that it doesn't show me the metrics. DCT isn't bad and it isn't wrong, but the reason why I don't do DCT is because I can't see which ads are performing separately. Because when you put everything to a DCT, it you can't see the individual performance of the ad. So I leave it off. I've noticed a better performance on my end with DCT off. I do think you should test DCT if you're running one ad, and for example, you're doing minor tweaks like in an image ad or something, right? Maybe that's when DCT is usually useful, but normally just keep it off, keep it simple. Keep going. Start date, I usually start for next day at 12 in the morning. And just keep going. Spending limit, none. Locations, what I like to do is I do top 5. So you have United States, you have Canada, United Kingdom, let's see, New Zealand, and Australia. Right, so this is usually what I test with. You can test with individual countries if you don't want to have all these other countries in there. I like it top 5 because I've gotten sales from almost all of these. You can limit it to 3 countries if you like. This is my personal preference. I like it at 5. This is what worked for me. And yeah. And keep going down. Minimum age 18. Don't touch this. Don't touch this. And advantage, you're all chilling. That's all it is, right? Very simple. Go to new sales ad. Okay, new sales ad, right? Name it whatever you want. Usually you want to name it for either the angle or mass desire that you're doing, right? Scroll down, choose your Facebook page, you're creating your ad. Personally, I do manual upload, single image or videos. Turn off multi-advertiser. No point in spending extra money that you don't need to. Now, this is where we go into the ad creatives. Before we continue this video, I want to give a special thanks to Viral Ecom Ads for sponsoring this video. They take the hard work out of editing for hours, scouring the internet for good UGC creators, and they have everything here. They have UGC creators that actually understand the game of ecom, so when you're scaling or you simply just need to get custom content, they're here for you, and they have good prices. They also have a VIP package that's $50 a month that gives you even cheaper prices for UGC, better than anywhere that I've seen. Thanks again to Viral Ecom Ads. There is a link down below so you guys can check them out. And let's get back to the ad strategy. So when you're adding the creative, it's either whatever you want to add, image or videos. I would just put one video per, one video per ad level. So source URL, put in your website, blah, blah, blah. Text, put in what you want to put in the primary text. I put my offer in the headline. Okay, primary text, you can just put let's say 100% natural resources, or something like that to convince their audience. Headline, put your offer. That's usually the best. Put your media in here, either again photos or videos, whatever your product is and what it works best with. Let's say this, boom, open. Okay, you get your video on that. I don't know why Facebook takes so long, but they do. Anyways, yeah, put your video into the ad creative. Put your website right here. I personally do this alone for display link. Keep going. And that is it, right? Very simple. Now, what I do, I've gotten questions on exactly if you want to scale, you want to test out new angles, exactly how you want to do it. So, each ad set is a angle or mass desire that I'm running for my product, okay? And how much ads should you have in your ad or in the ad level under the ad set? You should have at least 3 to 5 ads of one angle or one mass desire for one ad set. Now, I usually run a minimum of 3 ad sets per test, and each ad set is a different mass desire. And what a mass desire is in short terms is what does the market want currently? What pain do they want to solve? Like, for example, a mass desire for, let's say, shapewear. One desire is for older women to look fitter, right? Another mass desire, can men want to look fitter? So I would put both of these in their own ad sets and have 5 ads for each, okay? and I would have a third one. Let's say another angle. Let's do one for people who want to look the best at their wedding, right? That's another mass desire, right? You find these mass desires doing market research that I showed beforehand. But anyways, that's exactly what I do. If you want to test more angles, what I do is you introduce a new ad set into it, and you put in the ads that you want to test. So if, for example, you have mass desire 1, mass desire 2, now you want to introduce a third mass desire, you put it into a new ad set and put the ads in it. But if the ads that you want to test is under the same mass desire of the, for example, ad set 1, you put the ads into ad set 1. I hope that's not too complicated, but this is literally it. This is all I do, right? It takes less than 10 minutes to set up. Usually I'll be running 3 ad sets, and usually 3 to 5 ads will be in one ad set, like I explained. And yeah, basically just let it run. I let it run for at least a day or two, and then I make a decision based off of that. And yeah, there's really not much to it with Facebook. The name of the game here, mostly with Ecom, is just your ads. So on how well your ads can speak to the customer. That is usually how I'll perform. But yeah, that is the exact ad strategy that I run. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm rooting for you boys. And let's get these numbers up for 2025. Ciao.